Hey guys, welcome back to Some Young Guy Games. Doing the last variation of the series, Bad, Cold, and Choppy Table Low Roller Strategies. Variation number 3. This one is a little bit higher risk than the other two for sure. But it has a better potential, because you're covering more numbers. And I am just going to start off on 2 units on this session. Typically, it's if you're doing two units starting out, it's kind of high. It's a little risky. You can do this at 1 unit too, but it just takes a little bit longer to press up and maybe get your money back that way. But so I'm just going to do it at 2 units. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going 20 on a don't pass. You can do 10 too if you like. Just takes a little longer to get your money back. We'll be doing 5, 6, 8, 2 units. And we won't be working on them come out. And this strategy takes a little patience because basically you're playing on random shooters on the back table. Hopefully you get a short roll and then 7 out. You can win that way, but let's just dive into it. I'll kind of show you guys. So we're not working on the come out. You can work on the come out too if you like. But basically each roller, each shooter, you're going to get a point. If you're working on a come out, potentially you could collect an extra 1 if they hit the inside number. But let's just say we're going to count for each shooter 4 rolls, that's it, and then we're going to go off and leave your bets up there. And depending on your casino too, if they're picky about you leaving your money up there with no action, they want you to take it down, that's fine, take it down. Just put this aside, till they 7 out or they hit the point. Then you can go back up and, start from that and just leave the money aside. Do it that way. My casinos seem, the couple casinos I've been playing at, they haven't really said anything to me, even if I leave it up there and, wait till the shooter's 7 out or whatever. They, don't say anything, but I think some casinos will be saying stuff. Alright, well let's dive into it, and you guys can see, hit that like button, subscribe. Alright, let's get going. First shooter, and actually we've got to cover some change here because we're at $20 on the thing. We're gonna go $2 go, and that's a 7. That's not a good start for us at all. So we lose 20 there, 22 basically. Double start. Alright. Okay, 7. Come out 7. Good thing we weren't working. That would have really destroyed us. And 7 back to back. What are you doing? Why are you throwing these 7s?
Sorry.
Damn. Yeah, that's another 22. That is just killing us. Alright. And that's a 9. And right there, that's a good way to show you guys if we were working, that would have been an extra. But now, because we're not working, we will just basically hit these number, get our money back. So right now, that's 1 shot in, and we only give the shooter 4 rolls, 4 chances. Hopefully they can hit some numbers for us so we can collect some money back. now will collect for us. That's 538, and that will pay us 14. So we'll collect. We'll collect, basically, we need to collect two times to basically break even on that 7 out. So after 2 collects, you can start pressing up and go from there. So I'll just kind of show you guys. So that was 2 hits, so I got 2 more hits on this same shooter. Right, and that's a 7. And she's just gonna kill us all day long. Right. But at least that kept our losses to a minimum, just because we're 20 down there and collected once. So that's, you know, a little less than half. Right. Strip this. And under there, $2 yoke. Right. Second shooter. And that's a 415. 415. Use the yoke. Points on the 5. Now we will go up. Get one change here. Right, so that's 1 hit. 3 more hits on this roller, and we'll go off. And 6, 4, 10. That doesn't do anything for us. So basically, it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about score hits. We're literally counting the shooter after the come out roll, a total of 4 rolls before we go off. So potentially, you know, if they keep hitting the numbers that we're not on, we're not going to collect, but we're still going to go off just to save the money. The point of this strategy is basically 4 rolls, turn off, wait till they get the point or 7 out, and then go back up, turn back on. Hopefully we can get there and kind of show you guys. And that's 516. That's a hit for us. We'll collect 14 there. And there's a midnight, and we're not going to collect anything. Right? So we will be going off and wait till they hit the point or 7 out. And there's 8. 448. Doesn't do anything for us. That 8. So we're 5 rolls in. And there's a 9. 4, 5, 9. And you know, a lot of people would be saying, hey, you stay on, you're going to collect, but you know what, that's not how this really works. And you know, I'm trying to save my 1 session and starting money for that session to hopefully carry on to, you know, potentially, you know, 3, 4, 5 shooters at least. And you know, it is possible you might get a hot shooter and you're missing out on all this, but you're also taking a lot of chance too, you know, to lose the money too. And right there, gonna hurt us a little bit, but not too bad. Point was 5. And we lose the 20s. And that kind of sucks because we only collected once and lost out on 20 really. We'll just see. Actually, that was a 0.5. Alright, come out roll. So this basically resets. If they hit the point, same shooter hits a point, same thing. That was a 6, 4, 10. So this will reset. So now that counts as the first roll. So we have 3 more. Hopefully they will stay hot or not 7 out before 4 rolls. And 2, 1, 3. That sucks for us. Still no collect. Because that happens as soon as we come back into the game. She's not gonna roll for us. And then when we're off, they hit all the inside numbers. Alright, that's a 2, 3, 5. Alright, so we'll collect on that one. That's good. Oops, what am I doing here? Alright, so we are collecting, and that was, so we're waiting. That was 3 rolls, so 1 more, and then we will be going on. If we can collect on this one. Nope. This is when you get out your rope and strangle the shooter. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going off. That was 4 rolls on the same shooter after they come out. We'll wait till they 7 out or hit the point. And there's the 7. That's great for us right there. This is probably the only time you will hear me rooting for that 7. 3, 4, 7. And that's great for us because right there, that's 1 session of starting money. And we collected 20. We basically started making some money back. And now we can just go right back into the next shooter with our money. And technically, we actually already collected our money back for this session of starting money. So we can basically start into this and just start pressing and collecting. That's how this strategy kind of works. Alright, new shooter, dice out. Oh, there we go. Cover that, don't pass. Alright, and that's a hard 8. So this strategy definitely takes some patience. And you know, might not be for all of you guys. You know, because then, you know, you're missing out on some play, whatever. I mean, you can always regress down, but for me on this strategy, I'd like to collect my money back, press up, and then try to keep it alive for multiple shooters, and then just collect, and then you're starting to really collect big money. Right, that was 1 roll. And nope, this shooter just wasted our time. That's a 6, 1, 7.
Even there.
But yeah, technically he lost $24. I mean, still not too bad. And like I was saying earlier, you know, you can go down to, you know, 22 inside and do 10 here, but it's just takes so long to really press up. But I mean, you know, you can try it at home, or you know, just practice at home yourself and see. Alright, you shoot it. And this 5-1-6. Now, as long as you know people don't 7 out on the count out roll, you're actually doing okay. You know, because when you're playing the don't pass, we all know that 7 just destroys us unless you're, you know, hopping the 7s or whatever. Alright, so we go 44 inside. Alright, 44 inside. That's 1. You're looking for 3 more hits, hopefully inside numbers. And that's not good. And you need to set your own rules too. You know, like I have my personal rules. I won't go back up. If I get knocked off twice off the don't pass, I don't go back. That's just how I like to play. So we get 14 here for the 6. lose that. At least we collected, you know, a little more than half of the don't pass. Alright, come out. Yo. You're gonna knock us off, you might as well hit something else for us, you know, so we can make some money back or some craps number, Jesus. Alright, that's a 6 again. Alright, we're looking for 3 more hits. 3 more rolls, actually. Not even hits, just rolls. And that's a 9. That's a good one for us. And you know, you guys, if you wanted to, you can always go into the field too. You know, I do that sometimes, just to cover more of the numbers. But that's up to you. Okay, so we will collect 15. So that's 1 hit for us. Looking for another hit before we start pressing up. Hopefully they'll hit a 5 or an 8 or even a 9. It's not the 6. And 9 back to back. That's great. Alright. So at this point, alright, so we collected another. So we collected 28. So that basically covers 2 numbers here. And like your yo bet, whatever. So really, if we 7 out, if they 7 out right now, we break even. So what I usually do on the next hit, hopefully inside number, I'll start pressing up. Alright, 1 more hit and then we'll turn off. Alright, and that's a 6. That's terrible. Alright, so this is another flaw of this strategy, is because you're higher up there on the don't pass and lower here. Until you have these pressed up, you can't really cover the don't pass. But we did get paid here, 14. And because we got knocked off twice, we're not going back on. You can if you want. Usually I don't. I get knocked off twice, I don't go. But just for the video's sake, I will. $2 bill. Alright, come on, roll. It's not working. We're off. And that's a 2, 3, 5. Alright. Okay, 2, 3, 5. First time on that 5. And looking for 3 more hits. 3 more rolls, actually. And that's a good one for us. That's a 4-4 hard 8. And that will pay us 21. Alright, so since we press up once, we'll go ahead and press up again and just collect 7. And that's 8. Alright, so 2 more numbers. And I'm going off because we got off. And that's another one, good one for us. Alright, that's a 5, 3, 8 will give us 21. So right here is your choice. You know, do $1, press them all up. But because we basically pressed 2 times in a row, I mean, we collected a little bit on the last one. I would definitely collect on this one. Just get some money back and press up on the next one. Okay, looking for 1 more hit, 1 more number. And that's a 4, 5, 9. That's great for us because we will get paid 21. And right here, since we collected, I'm going to drop $1 and I'm going to press all my inside numbers up. Okay, and we are off because that was the fourth number. And at this point, I mean, a lot of you are probably like, well, you know, what if they hit the 5, you know, you don't have it covered. You know, if you're really wanting to hedge to get paid either way on the don't pass, on the 7 or the 5, you know, you can always take this down and just keep it aside so you can go back on, you know, until they 7 out or 5. You know, they 7 out, you lose here, they hit the point. Actually, typically you want them to hit the 5 because you get a better payout. But, I mean, I usually just leave it and pray that they don't hit the 5. And that's a 5-1-6. So I mean, we're going on a short little roll with this shooter. You know, we just never know. But hopefully that 7 will come. Probably wouldn't be nice to yell out 7 as they're shooting, you know. It would be kind of funny though. 5-5 hard 10. Again, we're looking for that 5 or the 7, and there's the 5. 2, 3, 5. And that's why I usually don't go back up on, you know, the second time getting knocked off. But I mean, just for show you guys, we did. So that was the point. Alright, so we're gonna play normal. We're still off. $10 back up, and $2 yo. Okay, dice out.
You got money.
And that ace deuce 3. That's good for us. Made a little money back. And $2 back up on the yo. Ace, deuce, 3. Right, so the table basically just turned around. And actually when you're playing this strategy, you know, you still just never know. But ideally, they land on point on the 4 and 10 would be great. But, you know, you never know how it really rolls out because, you know, they hit the 4, they kind of hit that 4 again. Alright, so that was one hit, one number. We're looking for 3 more. And boom, right there. See what I said? You know, I mean, ideally you want the 4 and 10, but guess what? It's not working in your favor. So 4 back to back. Just lost another 20 after we made it back. And $2 yo. There we go. Right. And there's 4, 1, 5. 4, 1, 5. Points on the 5 now. Use the yo here. Alright. There we go. Alright, 9 we can collect on. Okay, so that 9 we at 4 units will pay us 28. That 9. So we'll collect that. Yeah, we'll collect for the first time, and then we'll press up on the next. We're looking for 2 more hits, 2 more numbers. And there's a 5. And this shooter definitely went hot. Table turned around. But we're getting destroyed on that don't pass. But we still collect 28. Yo, lose that. And if I would have stuck to my own rule, I would have saved myself about $20. No, actually $40. And there's a come out. That's a 538. All right, 538. The point is an 8. All right. 3 more rolls. Hopefully there are only 7 comes before that. And there's a 7.
Each instant.
Alright, so we will get 20 there. Use all this. The bummer, we had it pressed up too, you know, but it lasted a little bit. You know, if we had some short rolls with a few shooters in a row, you know, besides those 0.7 outs, I mean, there's nothing works on the 0.7 out unless you just get lucky on, you know, just only playing on the don't pass. Alright, okay, let's see here. And we started 300, so I mean, we're down a little bit. It was that first 2 7 outs that really just did us in. Alright, there we go. Alright, 2, 3, 5. I'm just gonna mark it 4 times and clear it out. Loose here. And then I'm gonna go. Only 4 inside. 44 inside, sorry. Alright, dice up. And there's a 3, 4, 7. Hey, what's the point in dice setting if you're just gonna keep throwing those 7s?
Okay. I won't dissect then.
Alright.
I'm gonna do random this time.
Yeah, just do random. It doesn't matter because this is a strategy for betting on randoms anyways. So just go ahead and try that. Right, so we need $2 yoke. Right, we're good. And there's a 4, 1, 5. Change here. Double change. Okay. Alright, that was 1 hit. 1 roll. 3, 5, 8. Okay, so we're starting now on a brand new shooter, so we're looking for 2 hits. Then we press up. We'll just click that. $50, no pay. 3, 1, 4. That doesn't do anything for us. Can't collect on that. That's a hit. That's a number. One more chance. 6, 5 yo. And you know, if you wanted to, you can do this strategy how you like. You can count for 4 rolls, 6 rolls, whatever. I mean, the higher you go, the more chance of, you know, losing. So I mean, I set it where, you know, typically, you know, when you're shooting even random rollers, 1 in 6 chances the 7 coming. So you know, I set it at 4. I've seen people do 2 rolls, 3 rolls, and they're done. So I mean, it's up to you. And this shooter, another shooter just playing against us. Use that there. Hit a point. Alright, so I'll clear this just so we can keep track of 4 rolls. Use a 20. $2 yo. 20. yo. Alright, that's good for us. That's one roll. Actually, no, we need to wait for a point. Okay, so we will get paid 30 for this. That stays up. Collect 10, 20 back up. Alright, that's a 6, 4, 10. That's our first point. 3 more rolls now. We're off. We're on. 1, 2, 3. Didn't do anything for us. 2 more rolls. That's a 6, 4, 10. Alright, release that. Set everything. Supposed to be a choppy, cold table, and there's these shooters. 1, 4, 5. Okay, that's our first one. 3 more rolls. 6, 4, 10. All these garbage numbers we can't collect on.
That's what happens when you don't dice it. You get garbage.
1, 2, 3. Can't get anything. You were hitting the same numbers dice setting. One
I
more
hit
roll.
one inside numbers though.
And where's that rope at I was talking about? I mean, at least we're able to collect this time, but I mean, we lost. It's 14. So we lose right there. Yo, we have to replenish. Add $10. That don't pass, so go back up. Alright. And there's an 8. 3, 5, 8.
That's the number you want, no?
First one. Lose the yoke. Alright. 3 more. And back to back 8. This is just not working. That's why I say 2 times and I'm done up there. Or you can definitely take my advice and get that rope out and strangle these shooters. Okay, so that resets. We get 14. And you know, obviously the shooter is not working best for us. We better have some of these pressed up to cover that. Don't pass. That's gotta be a quick 300. And there's a 7 on the come out. Yeah, where's that rope? Where is that rope?
I think you can pass that.
Make some change here. There we go. Alright, we're ready. And there's an 8. Okay, that's the first number. 3 more.
Yo.
2, 1, 3. Should have worked on that come out. What was it? Collected 1. 6, 1, 7. Jeez. Maybe it was the money pressing up too as well. This shooter sucks. Right. Okay, looks like we're to the end almost here. So one last chance, hopefully we can get this money back. 415.
I always do.
Five here. Nothing up here. Do one change. Okay, we're ready to go. Six, three, nine. Two rolls. Collect on that. And this time, you know, I am just going to protect the 5 and the 9 just in case. And collect 4. Alright. 2, 4, 6. 4, 6. And that's a fair number. One more roll. We'll get another 14. Let's go ahead and just press this up. We are covered from now on all these numbers. The ones that don't pass. Alright, one more roll. 1, 2, 3. Nothing for us. Alright. So I'm just not going to keep track of marking it now because that's 4 rolls. So we're basically looking for the 5 or the 7. And we are off. Alright, and there's 2, 3, 5. Use that. And like I was saying, you know, you could have had this on and take these down, set aside. At least you cover that. But I'm just trying to show you guys the strategy, how I usually do it. And you can tweak it how you want. Yeah. So, I don't even think I have enough. 5 here, I guess. Let's get some change there. I have to break down one of the greens, which I didn't want to. And this is when you look at that shooter and really give him a stern look. Alright, there's a 4, 4, a heart 8. There's 1. 3 more. Actually, I would go 2 because that was a come out for that, you know, 3, 2, 5. Alright, that's a good one for us. Alright. That's a 21. Go ahead and collect that. Alright, press on the next one. 2 more rolls. 5, 2, 7.